A mass shooting in Sacramento over the weekend. Police have now arrested a total of 3 suspects.
And tonight, state Democratic lawmakers are working on new legislation that would allow victims of gun violence to sue gun manufacturers. KCAL 9 political reporter Tom Wade is here now to explain all this.
Yeah, Pat and Juan, there are still so many questions about this shooting, including motive. Meanwhile, Governor Newsom tonight saying he's sponsoring this legislation and modeled it after the Texas abortion law, where private citizens can sue doctors. But here in California, this new law says gun violence victims would be able to sue firearms manufacturers. Appearing behind bars in a Sacramento court Tuesday, Dondre Martin, the first man arrested in connection with Sunday's mass shooting in downtown Sacramento. Police are calling him a related suspect. Martin's brother, Smiley Martin, was also taken into custody on a gun possession charge. Their alleged roles in Sunday's violence remain unclear. Police arrested a third man Monday night, identified as 31-year-old Davion Dawson. He's also charged with illegally carrying a firearm. He is not charged with directly being involved with the murders. The mass shooting claimed the lives of 6 people, ranging in age from 21 to 57 years old. In Sacramento, outrage over the senseless killings is growing.
The last time we had a mass shooting, we did the same thing. Sat out here, held up our candles, talked about the police are here for us now, the public officials are for here us now.
As the emotional and legal fallout plays out, more debates on how to end gun violence. Democrats Tuesday proposed new legislation that would allow victims of gun violence to sue gun manufacturers.
What it means is that an ordinary person in the community can bring a lawsuit and collect up to $10,000 plus attorney's fees if someone manufactures or transports any weapon.
The bill is already drawing backlash from some SoCal gun shop owners.
It's going to open legal precedents that we can't close. It's almost like opening Pandora's box. Once it's open, it's open.
State Republicans are also slamming the proposed bill.
Look, we have some of the strictest gun laws in California and quite frankly in the nation. And making more law-abiding citizens have to jump through more hoops is not going to change what's happening on our streets right now. We need to get criminals off the street. We need to get guns out of criminals' hands.
According to the Sacramento Bee, the second man arrested after the shootings, Smiley Martin, has a criminal record dating back to 2013. He won early release despite pleas from the Sacramento DA's office that he remain locked up.
We can't continue to just let these criminals run wild on our streets. It's like a third world country.
Loyola law professor and political analyst Jessica Levinson.
There's absolutely a legitimate argument on both sides.
Levinson says allowing civil lawsuits against gun manufacturers could have unintended consequences.
Let's remember that once we start allowing states to pass laws and then create a private right of action so that these laws cannot be reviewed in federal court, we're taking power away from federal judges who are supposed to be protecting our individual rights. We are playing with fire a little bit here.
The legislation in question also focuses on limiting the spread of assault weapons and ghost guns. It's already passed a first vote in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Pat, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Tom. Now, Ukraine's